Yo, what's going on guys? Fate here and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you guys my SDL Season 8 Draft Recap. Yo, how are y'all doing today? And I'm back. We're gonna be doing some more SDL content this season. I'm playing in Wooper. And yeah, I hope y'all are all excited. Be sure to like the video if you like it and subscribe for more, because a lot of you are not subscribed that are watching the videos. So be sure to subscribe. Anyway, let's get into the team. So first up, we got Gladios. Gladios was my round 1 pick. I believe I was pick 13. So a lot of the top tier guys did not drop to me. So I was left with some of the lower tier top guys, I guess. And I decided to go with Gladios because it's a great speed tier to start off with. Very strong Pokemon with Dracos coming off base 130. It's just super hard to switch into. You have to go to your Fairy type or your Steel type, and it definitely has really good coverage as well with Aura Sphere, Mystical Fire, Earthquake, Energy Ball, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. Anything you can name. Obviously, it has Psychic moves, Shadow Ball, Surf. It also has some good utility as well as it gets Defog. It has setup options with Calm Mind, Agility. It also can go physical with Dragon Dance. So this guy has a lot of options, very versatile mon, and I think that it's going to be a great center piece to the team. And I hope y'all are really excited to see me use it because I want to finally be able to use this pocket monster, man, because I haven't really used it ever before. So I think it's going to be really interesting to use it again. Next up, we got Clefable. And y'all know what Clefable is, y'all know what it does. Also, I just want to mention the image. Y'all can see that's my team over there on the right side. Let me know if y'all want to see me use the images and stuff like that more. I can put them more into the videos. I can put them on the battles and stuff like that. So comment down below if you would like to see more of that. Anyway, Clefable. Obviously a Fairy type, so it's going to pair pretty well with Gladios, as it can switch in and into the dragon types that are going to be threatening Gladios. So pretty good thing to have there. Also, Fairy and Dragons are generally good pairings regardless, right? And Clefable is just ultimately one of the best utility mons in the format. Obviously it has Stealth Rocks, but I mean, look at all these usable moves that it has, right? Aromatherapy, Calm Mind sets, Cosmic Power sets. Obviously, it has a bunch of coverage with fire moves, ice moves, electric moves, and psychic moves. So it has a ton of coverage. Probably the best Wisp Passer in the format. It can trick items away to opposing teams and help cripple them for our offensive mons. It's just a really, really good mon. And like I said, it's probably the best Wish Passer in the format, the best cleric in the format. So it's definitely going to be a great way to start our defensive core. Anyway, next up, we picked up Mega Aerodactyl. Now, Mega Aerodactyl is a mon I've never used, same thing with Gladios. But I do know that it's considered to be pretty much a top 5 Mega in the format, right? And it's easy to see why. Obviously, it's one of the fastest Megas. It might be the fastest Mega, actually, that's allowed. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I think it's the fastest Mega allowed. Obviously, it has access to Dragon Dance now, which is incredible for Mega Aerodactyl. And it also has really good coverage with Aqua-Tail Crunch, but a lot of times you're going to see it running Stone Edge, Earthquake, and Crunch, I think, the most. It also gives me another rocker. I doubt I'll use Rocks on it, though. Taunt, Roost. It's just really fast and hits really hard. And being able to have that mon that can just put games away and can always revenge something as well when I need it to is going to be really clutch for the team. But we know what Mega Arrow does. It helps clean games late. It can break early. It does what it needs to do. Anyway, next up we got Rotomo, which is one of my classic mons. I love using Rotomo, but I wanted to get a grass type, and I wanted to get more momentum as well. So I knew I needed grass type at some point, and I knew I needed momentum to help get Latios and Arrow in, specifically Gladios, because right now all I have is Teleport Clef, and I don't want to run that every week. But something that I can run every week pretty much is Volt Switch Rotomo. So we're going to be using Rotomo this season. Obviously, it's also my first, or it's not my first defogger, because Aero and Gladios both get defog, but it is my first defogger that I'm actually going to want to run defog on. Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Leaf Storm, Defog, Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, and Nasty Paw. It has some good it has some good versatility in that. Oh my gosh, I needed some water, boys. I needed some water. I was doing some pretty quick talking, but yeah, it has versatility despite its somewhat shallow move pool. Somewhat. It gets screens though, so that's really cool as well. I can run screens if I need to. It also has a decent move pool, so not bad, not bad. Anyway, next up, we picked up Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is a ground type. Ground types are necessary on every team. It also is a grounded poison, which I love having. That way I can't get destroyed by T-Spikes. It also has T-Spikes, which I can destroy people with as Stealth Rocks. And I need another rocker. I don't want my only reliable rocker, to be Clefable. So having Nidoqueen, which is something that can run rocks pretty much every game, is going to be really, really cool. So I'm pretty excited for that. Also, we know what Nidoqueen can do. It offensively can be a monster as well with its really wide move pool and sheer force. So it's also one of my classic mons. I love this. I love this mon. I've used it I don't even know how many times in the past year. So really good mon. I used to think it was overrated. It's not. It's super good. It's super good. Look at you see its stats and you're like, wow, that's not that good. It is that good. It is that good. Next up, we got Greninja. So Greninja, really fast mon, and I wanted to fill out the speed tier in between Mega Arrow and Gladios. So I got a 122 to do that, which is really good. It is also a mon with a huge move pool, huge fast move pool, like the most of my team so far. Big move pools, I really like that. Being able to have that versatility. It also is a mon that can help bring in my Gladios and other breakers on my team with U-turn, and it also makes a nice Volturn core with Rotomo. So that's really cool. Another thing, it's another T-Spiker and Spiker. So I have all the main damaging hazards in the game, and I really wanted to make sure I got that because it just gives you a lot of freedom in building, and I'm really glad that I was able to snag all of that. Otherwise, offensively, Greninja can be a monster in some matchups because of its wide move pool. It can sometimes just deal with the only check on the team because of the move pool. So, yeah, really good mon. Really good mon. Sometimes it can struggle. I can personally struggle putting it onto teams, but I used it last season, and despite my lean season last season, not too good of a season, Greninja was one of the upsides. So I'm going to see if I can replicate that and turn it into winning as well. Next up, after 3 mons that I've used a lot, we add our boy Snorlax. Now, Snorlax is a mon that I've never used. I've never used Snorlax, but some things that I do know about Snorlax. The guy can cheat games. I know Snorlax can absolutely cheat games. So that's one of the more interesting things about Snorlax that I know. It's a normal type, and I wanted to make sure I got that because I got a somewhat weak dark type that's not going to want to switch into a lot. So getting a normal type that can come in on ghost types, I felt was pretty important, and Snorlax was the best normal type left. So I wanted to make sure I got Snorlax because of that, because I knew I would be somewhat weak to ghost types if Greninja is my only resist, right? So I made sure to get my boy Snorlax on the team. Super high HP, super good defenses, especially on the SPDF side. Even defense, it's not that bad, and obviously gets curse. So once again, a huge move pool at my disposal. I know it gets belly drum. I know it gets curse. So there's a lot of things that I can do with this guy. So I'm pretty excited to use this. It also gets rest talk, obviously. Huge move pool, curse rest talk, just normal rest talk. Pretty excited to use it. I never have used it before, and I think it fit really well with the squad, considering I had such a weak dark type. Next up, we got a Scavenger. I needed an ice resist because if you look at my team, I didn't have one, so I needed one. Because I had 4 ice weak mons without a resist, and I was like, oh, that's pretty bad. So I got a Scavenger, which is also another breaker for the team. As you can see, 135 in hack. Oh, really nice, really nice stat. But yeah, nice ice resist. It has good defense as well. Good defense and SPDF, so that's pretty cool. And I can wish pass back to it with Clefable, so I'm not gonna worry too much about that. But yeah, I mean, I need another nice breaker to the team that my team could definitely use, because it was somewhat weak outside of Gladios and Aero. Maybe it's gonna be really nice. And this one may not be as versatile as some of the others, but between Sword Stance, Iron Head, Close Combat, Drill Run, and Mega Horn and Poison Jab, and all those things. I also have Taunt. Taunt is one of the best moves in the game, we know this, and Knockoff is also one of the best moves in the game. I believe I can put in a lot of work with this mon, and even though it's not a mon that you see drafted in all your drafts or in all your leagues, I think I can show you that it's pretty decent, and I need an ice resist, so we had to draft it. Next up, we needed another ice resist, and we needed a mon at base 100, because if you look at the team over there on the right side, you can see that I had a base 150, a base 122, and a base 100, and then I dropped all the way to Rotomo, I believe, at base 86. So grabbing a base 100 would give me pretty much perfect base speed tiers. I just don't have one in between Aero and Greninja, but that's not a huge deal, in all honesty, because the only ones that are going to be able to take advantage of that is Zeraora and Dragapult, and that's 2 matchups, so that's not a huge deal. And I guess Mega Beedrill, but like, that's not a Pokemon, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, so Typhlosion, base 100, fills up the speed tiers. So fast, nice fast guy, base 100, fire type, which I needed as another ice resist and to help break teams because I did not have this typing. We know Specs Eruption is really good. We know Specs Typhlosion can hit really hard despite its low special attack. It still can hit pretty hard in the right matchups. I've used it in 8 mon before, really good mon for its price. I really like it. So yeah, we got Typhlosion. Next up, I wanted to add a bulky water, right? Because generally that's what you do when you draft Greninja. You still get a bulky water later on. And you may be thinking, Cramerant doesn't count. And I'm here to tell you that Cramerant does count, okay? Because Cramerant does get defog, and look at its stats. I mean, it has decent SPDF. It can come in. It can come in on the SPDF side, and it can defog away, roost up, and like a lot of Gen 8 mons, it does have a limited move pool, and it's one of the first mons with such a limited move pool on a squad. But let's be honest, how often am I going to bring Cramerant? I don't know, but I know I can bring it, which is awesome to know. Obviously, Bruce defogs Surf. It gets a lot of water moves, and it gets flying moves as well. But it gets access to Steel Wing. Don't sleep, don't sleep. And then, yeah, I think this mon can be decent. I don't want y'all sleeping on Cramerant, alright? Don't sleep on my boy Cramerant. And last, we got Ice-Q. So we know Ice-Q's not very good. It's dropped significantly since being one of the most hype mons at the beginning of the generation. It's dropped significantly, but if I can pull off a belly drum sweep, just know that that'll be the best video I've ever made. So hopefully I can do that and give you guys the hype that you deserve. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. I really do appreciate it, and that's the team. So let me know what I should do, if anything, to improve the team. And yeah, I mean, I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you.